Welcome to This Day Our Future. I'm Herb Jean Carroll. We will be acknowledging and encouraging. With me is my co-host Skylar Gainers. That's what we're going to do.
Hello, Mr. Herb. Unfortunately, we do not have a child guest this time. However, we still have some very important people in the community doing good. Our shout-outs for this week are the North Brevard Charities, shout out to them for last week, the Titusville Public Library, the Titusville Fire Department, No One Hungry Food Pantry, the SPCA, and Hope for Brevard Thrift Store. The No One Hungry Pantry is open Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to noon in downtown Titusville, 418 Pine Street. So if you ever need any food, just come on by.
Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds very good to me. As it always do. But anyway, we have our adult guest today. Our adult guest today is Mr. Stan Johnson. Stan? We got you.
Okay.
We got you.
Welcome to our show.
Okay, Skylar, thank you. Gene, thank you.
We got you. Thank you for coming to the program.
I'm thankful for being here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, your mic's on.
You've been on
Okay.
since you walked up here. You've been on here. Stan have been in the Brevard County area here for 50 plus years. He worked for the city of Titusville. He worked for the county here, and he's done a number of other things, which he's going to let us know about that.
Okay,
Tell us something good.
okay. I'd like to say just a little bit about me is that I first came through this area in 1952, and my parents moved down here in 1970, and I came there afterwards. And I have lived in the city 5 generations of my family, and my wife has also 5 generations of her family have lived in the city of Titusville. So it's like family. It's very important. This is my hometown, and I want to say is that like my father, I'm an engineer.
Okay.
Like my father, I'm a Navy veteran, and like my father, I've been attending Park Avenue Baptist Church for many years. My sister is a missionary, served in the missionary for many years.
Wow.
So I'm here in an unusual situation. I'm 79 years old, and as far as I know, I'm the only professional engineer and land surveyor who actually has done engineering of record and the surveying of projects, which I was the engineer and surveyor for site plans in Brevard County. I'm the only one left that I know of,
Okay.
and that's significant. And right now is that I am also self-employed. My profit is in the negative at this time. I do a lot of pro bono work. That means I do it at my cost. So that's a little bit about me. But I also taught college at Brevard Community College,
I heard about that.
and I've done a lot of work in under the bridge
Ministry?
and at Methodist Church, Saturday, and Salvation Army, and other organizations.
You work with the car care ministry?
Absolutely.
I recall you were out there.
For the not at Park Avenue, but at the
Indian River.
Indian River City
Car
United Methodist
Connection,
Church.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty active in a lot of prayer meetings and do a lot of prayer. In fact, that's what I have to tell you. This is my purpose here is going to be different than what you expect me to say. Okay, let me say my purpose. My purpose here is to tell the truth, not only to tell the truth, but to do God's will. And that's a big thing for me. In my purpose, in my work as a professional engineer, I do God's will by what? By loving God, by loving my neighbor, and I even do something else, which I mentioned to you earlier, and that is we are to love our enemies.
All right.
So those are important goals in my obedience to laws, and that's what I do as a professional engineer. I obey engineering laws, and I have some people who disagree with what I say, but it's something that I have to do because that's what I'm licensed by the state of Florida to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm licensed to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the public. If I don't, I can lose my license.
We don't want that to happen now.
So, right, I don't want that to
Yeah, we
happen.
don't want that to happen.
So, you had some questions of me, though. You had.
Well, in general, again, I want you to tell you about yourself, what you've done a lot of, and then we're going to ask the question near the end. And if you through with that, we can get to that question. Because, and by the way, let me say this here. I have met Stan a little away from here, and I know some of the work he's done in the community, including, like I say, the car care ministry, different organizations speaking on behalf of people here. And so I'm aware of that. That's why one of the reasons I invited you to the show.
Thank you, Gene.
Okay, that's one reason I invited you to the show because I know what a good person you are. But we're gonna get near the end. Then everyone that comes here on the program, we ask them one thing. And the question is, with your thoughts, your knowledge, or your belief.
Yes.
And you can answer this question for me. Country, a state, or local level, because this program is basically about our children. Let me back up a little bit. Let me go script for a minute here. This thing has started about our future for the kids.
Yes,
When I
sir.
had this idea over 2 years ago.
I'm a grandfather.
The thought process was, what can we do for our future, our kids? Because I'm a child care advocate. I work in the school system. I work in the community. That's what it was basically about, our future. Then the add-on part came after a while about getting an adult to come on, which you're on now. That's the second part.
You're ad litem, too.
Guardian ad litem, exactly. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning it. Yeah. Guardian ad litem. I think most people know what a guardian ad litem is, but I thank God for allowing me to do it. And I work with different age groups, from kids from this big to
Amen.
high school, which is part of it. Since you mentioned that, I coach through the baseball, work for the school system, other places as well. So children are, our children are our future. That's it. So that's the thought process in encouraging our children and supporting them, guiding them, teaching them. That's what it's basically about. But again, the second part is where we get an adult to come in, which you're here now.
Okay.
And so again, so our children in our future. So to back to the question, from a country, state, or local level, how do you feel about our future?
Well, I think you wanted me to talk about the city of Titusville's future.
If you want, just be fine.
And in this case, it's the same. This is not nice for me to say, but
Well,
we have problems in the state, in the city, not in our country, in the state, and the local level that are the same problems that I told you that are difficult issues in my goals. And I'm saying my goals are to obey the law and to do those three things: love God, love your neighbors, and even love your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And those are important things. And you and I both talked about even our spiritual.
You told me that you're a God-fearing, a God-believing, a God-fearing man. That was a great thing.
Well, it's here's what I should tell you. Here's what I should tell you. My parents, my mom and dad, all of a sudden, they got my dad retired at age 62, and all of a sudden he said, "Oh, by the way, we're moving to Florida." And I think, really? Did you tell us? When are you gonna tell us? But he's always got a dream. So in about 1970, he came down here and he bought a house. But the people who introduced him to Titusville were members of a church. And that church was Park Avenue Baptist Church. And what happened is that my parents, both my parents, had something that you have had. They received and accepted a personal relationship with Jesus. I'm telling you, this is amazing. And here they are, 62 years old, my dad, and my mother about 51, and it's a huge change in their livelihood, and it's a huge change in all of their children, including me and my sisters and even brother-in-laws. So this is a big deal, and I really mean it. It's a big deal, and that is you're supposed to be truthful in everything you do.
It's the biggest deal that's on the earth.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
It's the best thing for everyone. And don't get me to talk about the goodness of the Lord. But I mean, it's not about it's not a religious program, but you can't really keep God out of nothing, especially if you're a God-fearing man.
Well, you look what's good. I understand.
So I understand what you're saying.
I think what's going to happen is pretty soon you're going to be interviewing Megan Moscoso. Is that correct?
Well, let's leave Megan. Megan and a few other people.
And you know, Megan, she's the wife of a pastor.
I know.
Well, you know it now.
Okay.
So don't be surprised when she's going to say similar things that I say.
I have no problem with that.
I've talked with her.
I know her to be a good person, and
I know better than that. She's better than that.
okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well,
So here's what I can do. Here's what I had before this started. I had a conversation with Gene.
okay,
And I want to talk about some positive things because we had some very positive things happen this past Tuesday at a council meeting.
Okay.
So I would like to just mention these positive things. These are big things. So there's two items. One is called, I want to read this to you, Indian River Lagoon Water Quality Improvement Grant Program. We're talking about over $6 million. All right, so I want you to listen to this. So this was approved unanimously by our council. It's authorized staff to apply for funding through the Indian River Lagoon Water Quality Improvement Grant Program in the amount of $6,045,000 for 4 grants. That's a big thing. That's positive, big positive. Okay. The second positive thing is item number 8F. Lobbying services contract. Approve the proposed contract pending the approval. It's a lobbyist. What we did was we approved for Jason Steele of a legal firm. He's not an attorney, to be our lobbyist. And Jason Steele has been known throughout here for many, many years as one-time chairman of the Brevard County Commissioners, and he's been active, and it's very inexpensive, what I see to be inexpensive of what the services he can do being a lobbyist as a state representative. No, being a lobbyist to the city of Titusville to speak with state representatives in our legislature. So that's a big deal. We haven't had one for many, many years. So I'm looking forward to that because it appears it's going to be very profitable to the city to have this lobbyist. And let me mention something. Someone who brought that up, same person I mentioned before, Megan Moscoso. Okay?
Okay.
I want to give her some credit for that. So, but I said that we have similar problems to our country and our state. So here's some problems that we have. May I mention some problems?
Kind of make it brief.
Okay. What we obviously know, everybody knows, Indian River Lagoon.
Okay.
It's in horrible shape.
Mhm.
I remember when I came here, we used to have little fish about that long, and they would walk up on land. They were skippers. They're called little skippers, and they would breathe air, and they're just little tiny like that. I don't see anymore. Fiddler crabs were fiddler crabs. I don't see anymore. Starfish, don't see any.
Dolphins.
Seahorses. What did you go?
Dolphins.
I don't see them very many. But they still see them in the river occasionally. So that's a problem. We have aging infrastructure. We have fixed resources for our potable water system, our wells. And what we have is in the past is the city has mismanaged our well field, big time. We have sanitary sewage problems, effluent and spills. And we have traffic congestion, which I mentioned to Gene before this meeting. And for example, is that right now is sometimes during the day is, my golly, I've been going on South Street, which is State Road 405, and going southerly toward State Road 50. I get to the intersection of State Road 50. I wait 3 times cycling for the stoplight to get through the stoplight. That is horrible traffic congestion, and it's all new to me. We haven't had that before, and we've had some new striping and so forth. But the problem that we have is this: is when we bring just even a few people into the city, that is going to aggravate our present traffic congestion. And it appears to me is we have not planned for that.
So Titusville is truly growing.
But we want to grow correctly so that we don't have traffic congestion and all that. So it's a problem, and we also I won't go into it much, but we have a number of dams that were put in the city of Titusville, and the design of the dams does not consider surveying. They didn't survey what they flooded, and they didn't submit it to FEMA. So that's a problem, which I won't go into, but just mention it. And we also have some erroneous floodplains that the records are missing, completely missing. So so I don't want to go into it, and I will not go into some other problem that I mentioned to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stan. Let me say this here.
Yes, sir.
You was invited on the program,
Yes, sir.
and we've had a couple of people on the program who definitely want to come back.
Oh, absolutely.
And so we're going to have you to come back on another program.
Okay, all right. Well, I was going to mention that.
Well, you can go ahead and mention a few other things, but we're going to let you come back.
So in my profession, as a professional engineer, I have problems with obedience to laws, engineering laws, and I won't mention it, but I've also been with concerned citizens for well over 20 years and that's, you know what that group is.
I know what you're talking about.
And so we have, like South Carolina and Alabama and Mississippi, we still have problems with the KKK, and we'll go into it, but it's not a pretty picture.
Okay.
So
Well, like I said, I did ask you to talk about a country, state, or local level. You've been in the area for
54 years.
54 plus years. So
This is my hometown.
Okay, so I'm sure you know a lot of what's going on here.
Boy,
But,
I
so
do.
what we're gonna do?
Yes, sir.
Because we're gonna move a little farther here, but we're gonna invite you to come back later.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're gonna go a little farther. We're gonna do what we call our LC here. Okay. And that way Julie's gonna step up.
Julie's going to do something.
As a guest here at This Day Our Future, a child you know or Life Center Academy may receive a $500 gift card or donation. Also, Titusville City Council, Public Housing Authority, School Board, NAACP has monthly meetings.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. Yes. Those who don't know, as I've been speaking for the last couple of meetings here, we're going to talk about our LC here. Again, every state and city should have them, and do your part. Again, it's called LC here, local, community, and where you are. But go attend, listen, speak, and do. Do your part. The LC here, every state have them. Now, I also like to end with I always end with my my basic thought process, talking about true success. I say true success comes from seeking, serving, sacrifice, and giving.
Amen.
Again, it's what? Seeking, serving, sacrifice, and
And
giving.
giving.
Stan, again, I want to thank you for coming on the program. We're gonna wrap it up right here.
Amen.
Everyone,
Maybe you want to close with a prayer.
everyone should remember, as we help, and that's why we do this thing here. Everyone should. I want to thank Julie, the staff, and Skylar here for being so loyal. And we'll be going place to place, but that's what we do. Stan, again, thank you for coming on the
And
program.
we can thank God too.
We can thank
Amen.
He's everywhere, and so but that's what we do here. As we help, that's what we do it. As we help, and that's what I tell all the kids as well.